Okay. Oh, that's right. You don't use Craig. I'm sorry. Yeah. So last session we uh went and teleported to the Six Eyes. Um, it looks very lavish and fully furnished now, as they've had plenty of time to get things situated. We speak to Sharat, who's looking much better now that he's no longer a council member. So I think it's like the reverse president stress aging, where Obama looks like it 15 years older after leaving office than he did going in, that kind of thing. Where he's gained a little bit of weight and he looks like he's sleeping again. And he tells us about the grassroots uprising that kind of turned the elves against the city. Turian has been telling people to believe that he can help them live together as one people. But of course, everyone knows that that's a crock of horse shit, and Riga's black cloaks are working as like some sort of like vigilante secret police, but she's nowhere to be found within the city. Abershmina makes a suggestion of teaming up with our wyverns and Klein Gardens pot hydras to do some guerrilla tactics style mayhem in the desert, as they're like getting people, sending people out to various mining camps and the like,
Yeah, just making.
because they just got,
There's a lot of just making them like hike and go on long
yeah,
journeys, like just to keep them sort of subdued and
yeah, yeah,
quiet.
to disrupt those like little like weird prisoner trains that they've got going in the desert. um but not quite ready for a final confrontation, but realizing that it is probably in the works. Adelaide is back in the palace. Abrashmina gives Sharat the Rod of Security for security purposes. And then we teleport to the Gita Nurai and are discussing Wraithy and Silfer, who have been out for quite some time with no word. But then we do a bit of scrying and find Declan's location and teleport to his body, where he has like been buried under the body of a blue dragon that he slew on his lonesome. Um, Noticing a cave opening nearby where he seemed to have secreted away the egg while he was battling the dragon. We take his body inside, and it appears to be Ardis's old dragon home, and his mate appeared to be a red dragon, which is somewhat of a surprise. That the king of the metallic graces or whatever would be shacked up with a red dragon, unless I'm misunderstanding stuff, and this is where like my notes fell apart.
No, that's right. Yeah.
Um, okay. But we find the egg and two dragon tablets, and then Abrashmina brings Declan back to life. And now my notes are really gone because I honestly don't know why we haven't left yet, other than there were some runes and things.
Yeah, so the dragon egg needed to be protected, and part of that is you guys were deciphering the runes or reactivating the runes to seal it shut or something, or magically protect it. And the other thing is that it needed heat, so we lit fires and um, started telling stories around the campfire. Basically, McCool catching Declan up and Declan doing the
Okay.
same.
Okay. Yeah. Like I think like I ran out of space on that page for notes, and then I just forgot. My book is almost empty, so I'm being very sparing with my notes,
Mhm.
unfortunately. But thank you, Dan.
Uh, so basically, you and Bryn were trying to fix the runes,
Yeah.
maybe with the help of some magical friends or something, contacting Alluri or something. I don't know how long the process is meant to take. And basically, McCood pushed dragon bits around because it's more his speed.
It's
So,
it's been a little while, so we'll say that you guys are going to be able to do the runes and get them back up and running, but it's going to take about a day, which is I think what I said last time.
Sure.
That tracks.
Yeah.
I know there's a bit of a conversation about what Bryn's to do next now that she has the anvil and hasn't really heard from Shay or something.
Oh, yeah.
There was.
And a bit of portal talk.
Sounds like a bad podcast.
Portal talk.
Or an awesome one.
It was a triumph.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so runes will take a day to fix.
Yeah. So then I guess, is there anything you guys would like to do in the meantime? Like, obviously, Bryn and Abrishmina are going to both be
Yeah, we're busy.
busy. So, Makud, if there's anything you'd like to do, Declan is just going to rest and kind of come back to life. Yeah, get over his exhaustion points.
Oh, look, a dragon horn. No. If he has a poke around in this cave, is there any side chambers or something? I seem to remember there being some interesting things trapped in ice, possibly, or most of it was frozen over. Or I don't know if he can unearth anything that might help us, or some treasure hoard, side room or something.
Yeah, so there's essentially there's the large body of Artis's mate in the center of the room, and the rest of it is pretty simple. There are like a few kind of boxes and chests and the like, but they are quite like sparse. It looks like it's been not looted, but definitely like not as full as it could be to some extent. So there isn't a whole lot to find, but you can make me an investigation check if you like.
Sure. Ooh, I rolled 17, so that's 15.
15. Okay. You do find a item that is rather strange to see in a dragon's hoard. It's what appears to be a small dagger, kind of nestled in one corner, and it doesn't belong to Declan as far as you know. So you're not really sure where it could have come from.
Do I get the sense it is magical in a way, or is it quite plain looking?
Sense, yeah. It does appear to be almost like carved from the body of, or the bone of a dragon, to some extent.
I don't know, with Declan, all of Declan's magical paraphernalia, is he able to identify this? Was that something he could do?
I don't think he has identified now.
Bryn does. She's just busy with the thing.
Can she spare 10 minutes?
Sure, why not? So Bryn, you
Hey Bryn, I found something. And he waves the dagger around.
Okay.
Can you do your whole touchy, see things, thing on it? See if it's special.
My touchy see things. Okay. We have got to come up with a new name for that. And I'll reach out for the dagger.
Yeah, you take it, and you're not granted a vision this time. But you do see what appears to be or you do kind of get the sense that this is a very powerful magical item. You think, in D&D terms, a rare one, at least.
Nothing sticks out right now, but maybe later I can spend a little time with it and tell you a little bit more about it.
Okie doke.
Or I could, you know what? Just give me a second and I'll cast Identify.
Sure.
Just regular. Not as ritual. Just use the spell slot for it.
Yeah. This is a dagger of dragon slaying. It apparently, well, it is essentially a +1 dagger that will deal an additional 3d6 damage to any dragon it strikes.
It's for use for killing dragons. Kind of like the longsword that we got from Devoxa? Yeah. One that I had. Yeah. So there you go, bud. A little smaller than a hammer, but
Okay. I will do something with it.
It's a dagger of dragon slaying, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
require attunement.
So it makes like the base damage against a dragon a d4 plus 3d6.
Correct.
That's not bad for anyone really that can use a dex weapon.
Well, you can also use strength with a dagger.
Oh yeah. True.
I don't know if it's better than anything we have currently going, but if we have one of... Oh, Madar, she now has the dragon slaying short
she
sword now,
technically
doesn't she?
will.
Because
Yeah.
you changed it.
Yeah, we transmuted
Okay.
it over or whatever.
Yep, so I was just thinking of NPCs, and you probably don't want to give up the sort of parons or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
It might be good just for an offhand. Like, is that a better damage output than your offhand, Jade?
My offhand
Uh-huh.
is the Defender Rapier.
Oh, so.
Oh.
Maybe Avrashmita can offhand it.
Yeah, with all of her physical stats.
Hey, her dex is 16, so she would have a
That's
plus
not bad.
9 to hit.
Would you not rather have a shield? Or
Oh yeah, her shield. Well, I could hold that as her weapon instead of like the Kopesh of etherealness, or the
staff?
the staff, because I don't need to have the staff out to use the spells from it. I don't think is what we decided. Most of the time, she doesn't have the staff out. I don't think.
So would you like to write it down?
Sure.
Okay.
If no one else will use it, there's a better chance that Abershmina will have a chance to use it than anybody else, I think.
I mean, I would just... I already have too many hammers. I might try and purposely do a cool coup de grace thing or something, or describe something with it if I had it, but if someone else would actually make practical use of it.
Could use it like a chisel, just jabs it in. And
that's what I was thinking. You said it was like a dragon bone thing. I'm just going to put it and then smash it with a hammer into a dragon's head or something. But
you can.
I would like to have it on the off chance that Abershmina ever gets swallowed by a dragon, because then she can maybe have an opportunity to do enough damage from the inside to make it throw her up.
Ooh, I just thought I could... you can totally have it for whatever's coming now, but I was just thinking I could, put metal tips on my horns and make them of dragon slaying.
Oh.
And then my horn attack could be of dragon slaying, which is amazing.
Yeah, I was
That's something we can get. We can get Thala on next time we're in Ashar.
I mean, I don't know how long it will take her, but I could go now while you're doing the runes. I just thought, but I have a day.
Technically, it took a day to get.
You could at least go and get it started, maybe.
So,
Leave one
Up
of
to
the
you if you
beads
want to
here.
use it, and then next time we're back in town, we can sort that out, or I can go get it started now. But
If you can do it now, yeah, go do it now. I totally want Makud to have him having horns of dragon slaying is more important to me than having like if I ever get swallowed, I have a way out because it's rad as fuck. Him having dragon slaying tipped horns, and it's only thematically appropriate considering his character arc that he has dragon slaying horns.
How,
So go with my
how is he
blessing, my
getting back
son.
here? How is he getting
Uh,
back here after he goes?
oh yeah, we don't have a spare bead. You can take Eli with you, and Eli can use his. Can he teleport with his wish? What level is teleport?
it's okay. It won't be done
Really?
for whatever's going to happen when these runes are complete. So we'll sort it out
Okay.
after.
I want that to be a thing whenever we get back to Ashar, but for now I have it
Yep.
in Abrishmina's equipment.
Okay.
It's going in as a short sword just because they don't have a dagger of dragon slaying, but
Cool.
I know what it is.
That's going to cost you 5,000 gold. Sorry, I was just looking at my notes.
5
Cool.
grand. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, but that is pretty much that. So you guys are able to pretty handily get the runes back up and running. When you do, you see them like begin to glow, and the chill that you're all feeling, like sitting shivering in this cave, suddenly fades. It's like this just warmth like shifts through the cave, and it's a pretty great feeling. You also see like the floor begins to sort of illuminate slightly, like almost becoming like slightly translucent, and it looks something akin to a night sky, just like very faintly etched into the floor, like a carving of several constellations and whatnot, all kind of centered towards the mother lying in the middle, where you've placed the egg. As you guys are just like sitting there kind of watching all this, you definitely feel there is more of a presence to the egg. It's not moving or shifting, but there's that kind of feeling when something big is going to happen soon, but you don't know exactly how soon, you don't know when, you don't know what it is, but there's like this just kind of great sense of foreboding, or maybe not foreboding, but
Trepidation?
yeah, it's not really negative, more just like a sense of important things to come, history shifting with the sands through the hourglass. But nothing's happening right now, so you're free to do whatever you wish.
We found the other tablets here, correct?
Yes, you have all 4 tablets.
Mhm.
So.
I guess we should get these back to the others.
Oh, sorry, I can read. That's what I can do with downtime. That wouldn't have taken. That would take my time up.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, you were saying.
How much reading do you get done?
I don't know. How long does it take you to fix the thing?
It's going to take them about 8 hours to do.
Okay. 6, probably.
Sure.
Searching around, finding the dagger, taking breaks. 6 at
Yeah.
most.
How much time do you have left? Are you feeling more constitutional?
Not yet. I was actually going to check because I wondered if I'd wrote down the last time but not put it in my sheet because it was still lower than I thought it was. So I'm just going to check, but I don't think I'm more constitutional.
We did have a day of rest there with the 6 eyes that you could have gotten like an hour or two in, but you didn't say during the session that you wanted to do readings.
I'm just kind of assuming in all of Makood's downtime he's reading, like, at the moment.
Probably. But I wouldn't assume he's particularly efficient at doing it, so I normally
Yeah.
knock some time off. Okay, with the Oasis, the nights at the Oasis read 6 hours a day for 3 days for 18 total. And then I said I have 11 hours there. I think that was what I'd missed. Because I still had like 19 written down, and I think that's what it was before. 18 total. That is 20, 37. And another 6. 43. I think I might be at with what we've said. I think I might be at 43 out of 48. So if there was miscellaneous reading time, maybe I would feel more constitutional or not.
Why don't you give me just a solid intelligence check from Makood?
Okay. I used my inspiration to get that from a 12 to a 19 on the dice, -2 for 17.
Okay, yeah, you're feeling more constitutional.
Yay!
BRB doing HP math. We'll see
God.
him in an hour. Mac finishes his reading. Have we heard anything from Goldie?
Nothing yet.
Can I message him? May I message him?
You may try.
Yeah, Abarashmina will attempt to cast Sending to Goldie.
Okay.
Just says, "Hi, we are back. Killed your old boss. Just a heads up. How are your research things going?"
Your message doesn't seem to go through as he's not on this plane.
There's a chance that it might go through.
Oh, then roll.
There's only a 5% chance of failure, I think.
Let me double check.
Oh, I thought you can do it across. Oh. Yeah.
No, it's scrying I can't do across planes. Let me read the text.
I think it's 95% chance of it succeeding.
Yeah,
but you don't
5%,
know if it failed or not.
Oh,
5% chance that the message doesn't arrive.
I can pretend it was whatever roll I want.
You can. I wouldn't.
The message does go through.
Okay.
And Goldie responds. Does he have a 5% chance to fail to respond?
It doesn't say.
I think the spell completes,
true.
if it connects. So
yeah.
Then he responds saying, "Oh, of course. I'll come find you. I have some information."
Okay. I will let the others know.
Yeah.
Not sure how I'll take. I don't expect it to be instantaneous because you know, but who knows? He's an Arcanoloth. But yeah, Abrashmina will tell the others.
Should we stay put, or should we go back to
Well,
Ashara?
he'll find this. He found us last time when we weren't in Ashar, I think. What? No, we were in the Mirage. He'll find us, I'm sure.
About
If not, he'll send another dot dot dot.
sorry.
No, I'm just like, I'm imagining this is interrupting her. Like, he'll find us. If not, he'll find a way to send us a message.
Or should we head back to the dragons with the tablets?
Did they say what our plan was once we had all of them? Like, were we going to try to destroy them, or were we just trying to keep them out of the hands of the bad ones? Like, what are we to do with them now?
I don't really know. I don't think they expected us to get these last two as quickly as we did.
Suppose we should have, after they did this, we found out where they were. Should have told them, like, oh, hey, when we get Eklund, we're going to have all the tablets, do you have a plan yet?
Well, I don't think we knew that until we walked into here.
True, not for sure. We weren't 100%
Perhaps you
that
could
this was
send
the
them a
place.
message.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. And Abrashmina will send a message to Nahasira.
Sure.
Greetings, brass one. We have found the last of the tablets. What are we to do with them now? Waiting for the egg's defenses to reactivate. Thanks, Kibai.
The response is instantaneous. You definitely feel like the presence of Nahasira much more intense than the presence of someone like Goldie. She says, "You have all the tablets. I will discuss with Kitan Urai, and we will form a plan. This is good news."
I tell the others. Now Brashmina feels a little bit of relief about, the activating ruins and stuff because, she told them, like, hey, we're just waiting for these to finish activating. And, like, she wasn't all like, what protections? And then, like, the bomb behind us blows up. But that might have
Shouldn't
been
they be
C, the
forming a plan
paranoid
with
player.
us?
Hmm?
I really feel like they should be formulating a plan with us.
Well, we can't get to them right now to do that. Unless you want to go and we stay here while this finishes up.
No. Something to keep in mind.
I'm sure they won't, they can't make any final decisions without the tablets anyway, so don't think you have anything to worry about.
You're right.
They can't betray you until they have the tablets, Bryn.
About 10 minutes after you messaged him, messaged Goldie, you hear outside a yelp and a heavy thud as something alive lands in a pile of snow on the mountainside.
Brishmina will go look.
You see a snow-covered Goldie pulling himself out of the snow, like his fur all kind of at the end of his snout, all like wet and matted. And he looks up at you.
Oh. Was he
Like,
not
what
able to
is-
get in because of the protection?
Seems that way.
Haha. The protections are working, she'll say back to Bryn. Goldie
At
is
least-
here.
At least as far as Goldie's concerned. Do you invite him in?
She's so negative about them.
Would have been nice to know that. Goldie kind of mumbles, like trudging up towards you.
Apologies. Not sure exactly how this works.
You see that he does pass through the doorway, like with ease, but just seems he couldn't teleport in there.
Interesting.
But he kind of shakes himself off and pulls out a scroll and he says, "Well, I have some information for you that you requested. In fact, all the information you requested. So do you want me to just list it off, or I could provide a write-up? Whatever you fancy."
Both, please.
Okay. And he says, well, you asked about Dukir and demons in Ashar. So, on the former, Dukir is a Rakshasa born in the 7th court of the devil Martalek. There he learned of treachery, deceit, and murder, yada yada. He was instrumental in the assassination of Devil Lord Obadara. He was a slave to his master, did what he was told, though he managed to escape recently and has not been seen since.
He was killed here on the surface. There's nothing past that?
Nothing that I've heard.
Can I just ask if you got this to send to me?
Yes, yeah. You will have all of this.
Cool, thank you.
That is why he offered a writer.
Yeah,
that is why I said both.
So yeah, don't worry about taking this down. And he says, demons in Ashar, the reason that they're so prevalent is something to do with the thin nature of the plains in that area. Many planes have connections to the material, but apparently the connection to the hells is particularly close in Ashar, such that it makes summoning demons there much less strenuous and much easier. Then you asked about Quarry and the Shay. The Quarry and Shay. Shay is the smith of an ancient people who died out long ago. There's actually not very much information on her or them. Despite their physical forms dying, however, their souls lived on, bonded to the Kalashtar. They've been seeking a way to restore their bodies, but have been unsuccessful. The Anvil of Shay is something interesting. It's apparently a very famous historical artifact among the right circles. Last known to be in the hands of some collector in Avernus. This collector, I believe her name is Tovaxa, has a very interesting pocket plane called the Barocus Vault that she created in order to store her most prized possessions. Apparently, she has something called a red heartstone there, which is something to do with dragons and planes of fire. It's all in the write-up. You asked me about Iramine in Ashar. This was very hard, but I am a great researcher. Apparently beneath it there seems to be some kind of weapon. Not sure exactly what form it takes, but it could certainly wipe out a great number of people. Probably at least most of the city and probably some of Atresh too. Vale's headdress was lost, but then it was found again and placed in a museum in Avaria by some explorer type, but it was stolen, however, and apparently has returned to Ashar several years ago, but exactly where it might be is difficult to understand. It's somewhere in the city, but where that might be is unbeknownst to me. And that's pretty much everything you asked.
Well, didn't you work for Tovaxa?
Yes.
Okay. Just the way you spoke about her as the collector, just...
Well,
It was almost like you were talking about someone you've never known or worked for or sent us
I was
essentially to kill.
Yeah, you knew we
Trying
were
to-
going to kill her.
I was trying to be, you know,
Professional.
yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that
No, it's
that
Tavaxa,
you
my
didn't
bitchy
suffer some
evil
type of
demon
brain
boss.
damage.
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I appreciate the professionalism. I just wanted to make sure you hadn't
Clearly you
suffered
don't
brain damage
appreciate it.
and forgot.
I'm sorry.
It's
That was
very
too far.
important that you understand. Yeah, but I understand the frustration. Just wanted to make sure that I understood and it wasn't some other Tovaxa, your bitch demon boss that you work for, and then we have to actually go kill her now. Because she's got something cool.
No, there's only one. And you killed her. Which
Yeah.
is...
There's zero.
There is zero. That's correct. I should write that down, really. But
Yeah.
listen, if there's nothing else you need from me, I'm gonna... He starts like backing towards the door.
Do you not want your payment?
Yes. He kind of begins like sliding back forward. I was just sort of gonna help myself from your stash. You know, no worries. Sure, I'll take payment.
Can I insight check
hand
him being
expectantly.
all like, yeah, I insight check his sketchiness. I'm gonna use my inspiration because I don't like that 5. I'm gonna use that 5 for a 17.
You get the impression he was maybe thinking about just kind of taking the payment now that he'd completed the work and sort of helping himself to whatever goodies might be in your Itreshi bank.
Yes, I think we will pay you ourselves. There's no need for you to, help yourself to things. What was the agreed price?
I believe it was 50 gold per piece of information.
And how many pieces of information was that?
8.
So 400?
If you please.
Brushmina will pay him.
He snatches it greedily and stows it away in his little waistcoat.
There is something that you might be able to find out for us. Would like a piece of information that would allow us to discredit and dishonor a moon elf named Turian
Sedarine.
Sidarin.
What about finding Riga?
And that.
Finding Riga.
Leader of the Black Cloaks. Her name escapes me.
But I must remind you, I'm a researcher, not a spy. I'm good at finding out history. But
that's why I think you'd be good at finding something from the elf. He has been alive a very long time.
Sure, but I doubt
Surely
I'll be able to find Riga for you. If it's in a book, I can find it.
Do you know what they do? And he points at the runes on the door. Because we don't technically know the extent of what those runes do.
Well, they stop teleportation, that's for sure. He kind of puts on his little glasses and wanders over. Kind of licks at one of the runes. It seems like it's a relatively standard protection circle. But it also has some kind of... Well, I've never seen these runes before. And he kind of like motions to some of the slightly more draconic ones. They are interesting. Leave this with me.
Okay.
Well, it's staying here, so you can look at it all you want.
It's a figure of speech.
Mm.
And with that, he will step outside and depart.
Okay.
Oh, just as he's like sliding away, Makuta go. And if you think about revealing our location of the bank to anyone we don't like, well, you can imagine the rest.
I would never do such a thing.
And no helping yourself to the contents either.
Of course. That
I
goes
just
without
kind of
saying.
imagine Makud like, just kind of like claps like the hammerheads together,
Yeah.
all like tang. But Abershmina gives him the mom look. I'm not kidding.
He seems relatively cowed and will take his leave after after profuse apologies that he would never touch their possessions.
So back to the dragons.
Seems that might be the plan. Or I guess
Yeah, is it
not.
time for? No, because are we done waiting for whatever to finish? It's activated and we're good to go.
We'll hand wave the rest of the day, but yeah, it does activate.
Okay. Hand wave the rest of the day. During that day, can Abrashmina attempt to scry on Riga?
You can.
I'm sure it won't work, but she's going to try anyway.
What's the save?
Wisdom.
DC?
20.
She fails.
Oh,
Natural 4.
I was expecting her to have magical protections against scrying. But she will not. Abrashmina will just think her whim. And he who watches as the spell succeeds.
You're immediately granted a vision of Riga reclining in a bathtub, or not a bathtub, in sort of a pool. You see like there's floating lilies that are like all exquisitely placed to look beautiful, and what appears to be like large like pieces of fruit and aloe like floating in the water. You see there is a kind of like lovely big sort of cocktail like drink in her hand, and she is kind of like, her eyes are sort of rolling back and she's letting out a sort of very like low suggestive moan, and you see like there are pale hands like kind of running all up her front and up across her body. Very, very pale, almost white, like paper white skin.
Abrashimina will turn to the others after her vision and say, Riga is in the palace with the elves.
Fucking bitch. Did
She
we expect
is
any different?
enjoying she is enjoying the mortal delights that they offer. She kind of leaves it at that.
Eli kind of like whistles awkwardly.
Yeah.
We should go do something about that.
We really should.
I'm sure in between the report, maybe we would have said something, but Makud, like the mention of the weapon in her mind, is we should maybe we should go and take a few dwarves with us and find that weapon. That sounded kind of dangerous.
Yeah, unfortunately he didn't have Goldie didn't know the form the weapon would take, so I'm not sure if I could locate it. With locate object at least. But perhaps I could divine something.
Maybe. I mean, we bring enough dwarves and enough machines, I'm sure we'll find something.
Very true.
We'll add it to the list of world-saving things we need to complete.
It is rather terrifying to think that Riga and or the elves might know about this weapon and we're having people look for it. It will only be a matter of time before they turn their attention to retrieving it once more.
That is true.
Unless they think it's not necessary.
Well, that would
Do you think we could use it against Strathmore?
If he is as big as a city. Maybe.
And this is a city-killing weapon?
That is a very good idea, Makut.
But don't we have dragon-killing tablets?
We don't have dragon-killing tablets.
No,
We have dragon-empowering tablets.
Yeah, it brings the dragons back, doesn't it? Doesn't put them down.
Yeah.
And a manner of speaking.
Big difference between tablets to make you strong and things to make you dead.
Well, I mean, we're going to give these tablets to people or to dragons to kill other dragons, so someone is going to die as a result of these tablets. Therefore, they are dragon-killing tablets. I rest my case.
These more giving them to dragons to ensure that the other dragons don't. It gets very confusing. They aren't going to be killing any of them.
What the hell are we doing? Just get the tablets back to them. And then we'll go get this weapon out of the mine. And then we'll do whatever else we have to do. Stop Riga's fun time in the palace.
I mean, we have to make sure the tablets are used responsibly. Right? There's no point saving the world if these tablets just make more problems.
I'm not arguing with you about any of this.
Good. Then we will hear whatever plan they have.
Okay.
What'd you say, Kate?
I imagine their plan is going to involve killing dragons. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Probably, but they won't be using the tablets to do it.
I'd use the tablets to do it.
They can't. The tablets are worthless to them, but everything to the others. Kisnurai says that, if they used the dragons, they would become powerful, yes, but grace is no longer, so it is not something that any of them are willing to do.
Can't
So
they
they
bring
can't.
some of them back from the dead? Didn't they lose like a lot of dragons? Could
I
it rebalance things? Although I suppose we will have killed all the bad dragons, so there would not be much balance.
You remember it.
I
It doesn't actually bring them back from the dead. It's more like the June thing where you like,
take their power.
yeah, they inhabit the souls of
The
all the old
Gola.
dragons. Yeah, like
Okay. I'd written down dragon resurrection tablets from when we first started on this
Yeah.
arc, so that was
Yeah,
clouding my vision, perhaps. Because that was
yeah.
how it was maybe
So
described.
technically, they could use these though, right? Then if they're kind of like the Gola.
yeah, but they
I
turn
think,
evil.
but Kita Nurai says that it would make her evil to do it. So, like, yes, like she would have the strength of like whatever dragon souls they resurrected or whatever and empowered her with, but it would make her like gribbly and
Yeah, she's Galadriel.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what would you
Instead of
do to save the world?
throw it into the fire, Frodo. You don't give Galadriel the ring. You throw it into the fire.
Cast.
I mean, they hired us to save the world. That's what they did.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
remember
someone's
getting
killing
paid,
dragons.
Yeah.
Someone
They're
is killing
definitely,
dragons. That's all we need to worry about.
yeah.
We,
Definitely
we
dragons will be dying.
we killed the black one, right? That was the one in the swamp.
No,
Yes,
that was the
was that
green one.
was that green? That was
Green.
green.
Yeah.
So there's still the black one out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Durasterix or something.
Durasterix is the black one, correct?
Plus
And
a whole
was-
bunch of other ones coming from God's nowhere, right?
Yes.
They said that there were more dragons than they thought. So
Yeah. But of the terrors of like the big bads, we got the green one done, and then there's the black one was. I can't remember if it was the green one who was already awake and was trying to wake the others.
That was the green one.
That was the green one. Okay, so Durasterix and Strathmore are both sleeping out there somewhere.
Yeah, although they did say they think that they may have started to
They're
stir.
stirring.
Yeah, after we murdered the first one, I guess.
And now apparently we've got a whole bunch of them coming, of chromatics
That's the
coming from
dragons.
that could be very easily, deputized as terrors.
Yeah. Are those the other?
They would be
Those are the only three
terror.
terrors, right? There's not another one around. Those are the three big main.
There's the blue
baddies.
one, but that's in Shalkin, and is
Isn't that
kind
one
of kills
dead?
itself. No, it's still alive, but it doesn't.
Oh,
really
this
hang
one was
around.
this one wasn't a terror. It was just a blue dragon.
I mean,
It was one of the left ones.
It's yeah.
The
It's,
one,
it's
the
not
one,
the
the one that
terror.
Declan killed is what I was trying to say.
Oh,
It was
yeah. This one's not a terror. No, it's just a dude.
Yeah. Well, if Declan was able to solo one, I know he's awesome and everything, but if Declan could solo one, we can handle some as a group.
I like your
I-
hubris.
I really
With
like
my
it.
22 constitution, now have over 250 hit points
Good lord.
without cheating, and I have AC 20 now.
Eli has
I want
200 hit points.
I want the record to reflect that I have a healthy respect for the killing power of these dragons when they come for us.
The record will show everything.
Thank you.
Very well then. What is Cho playing?
do we want me not to do any sort of communion or scrying about Ira mind weapon, or are we going to uh table that for now?
Makood's probably not smart enough to think that far ahead, to be honest. 6 intelligence. So, you, you could do what you would like for this day. With the potential historic moment coming that we all felt. Whether you want those spell slots or not, but
Well, I have the tarot card things.
oh, okay. If it's
So,
free, then why not?
yeah, I've got like 10 spell levels worth of divination up to, what was it, 5th or 6th we decided that I can do, but commune or whatever is only a 4.
Ask some questions about.
So we're sticking around to see the monumental shift.
I mean, I would.
Are the
event.
protections up? I thought we were waiting until they completed.
Yeah, Rob said we're hand waving
Sure,
to that
I know.
point. Yeah,
To that point,
it
it's,
hasn't happened yet. So
but we are staying.
we have to stay until it's done.
Yeah.
But we're doing stuff before that happens. So basically, we've been told there's a save point ahead. You might want to save before continuing, or make sure that you are ready before continuing. Are you ready? Yes, no, and we keep hitting no.
Yeah, full disclosure, there are going to be Dragon Wars in the next 2 sessions. So,
Woo.
this is crunch time.
Yeah.
Is it possible to create some sort of trap for any potential invaders?
It is possible to
Like
do
defenses.
You mean in the cave?
In the cave, yes.
It is.
Oh, you are brilliant. I can do some glyphs of warding.
Okay, good. I was going to say, Makood, I think he's smart enough to maybe prepare, but my traps are not going to be complex pulley systems. It's like stick a fucking giant dragon horn or something somewhere and try ram the dragon on it. Was about my extent of a trap.
Makood just opens the door jar and rests a hammer on top of the door. No one will expect this.
Let's see. Specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. Okay. No. I'm gonna do commune and get my 3 yes or no's.
Okay.
First question is going to be if we can set the dwarves to searching Ira mine. Can they find it without our? Can they find the weapon without our help?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I'm just as Dan here. Do you not want we probably want to be there when the dwarves find the weapon.
Yeah, no, this is something like if we can guide them there and get them started on it. That was like kind of like the thing. It's like, do they need us there to find it if we tell them that there's a weapon there to find?
Just don't want it to go missing and there's actually a rebellious faction of dwarves that are going to use it on everybody, etc.
Don't put that into the universe when the DM is listening, Dan.
Bryn's incredibly paranoid. I don't think she'd let that go. But...
Yeah, no. But that was more of a is it something we can set some NPCs to do to help us down that path? So the answer is yes there. Is anyone coming for the egg right now? No. That is not our ally.
No.
Okay. Is coming for egg. Any other questions that anyone has while I have them, or am I okay to think of something else?
Yes.
Do we want to know if that egg basically hatching will alert everybody that, like, oh, hey, it's here? You know what I mean?
I mean, I
Look,
just
baby
kind of
Jesus
asked
is
like
coming.
the question that it's like it's currently not happening. I feel like it would be kind of. I mean, I guess I could ask, but
Okay.
okay. Yes, I will ask because then we have if there is someone going to be coming because the egg hatches, then we have meta reasons to set these traps, not just us being paranoid. So yeah, I'll
I was
ask.
going off the moment of history, but yes.
Abrashmina will ask he who watches if once the egg hatches, will the chromatics come for it? Or know to come for it. There we go. Will they know to come for it?
No.
Okay. Then Abrashmina is all like, I don't see why we have to place any traps. We're gonna be totally fine. Anyway, the egg will
Makoot's question was totally going to be, is lizard on a stick better shaken or stirred? By the way.
Is it better through the mouth or through the side?
That was just the first question that came to my head when you asked. And I was like, I'm gonna hold on to that one.
Imagine McKay just like, why is lizard on stick?
I mean, he asked Goldie some of it, but he has to get to the bottom of it.
Why is lizard on stick the best? Yes.
Good enough for me.
Even he who watches is a fan.
Because he who watches is a fan of Makud.
He who crunches.
I had a really funny like sequence of association in my head where I was like, imagine Makood and he who watches meeting up to eat lizards on sticks, and then I was like, Makood in heaven, lizards on sticks everywhere. Then I was like, oh, he's like Edmund from Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe with all the Turkish delight, but it's lizards on sticks. And then I imagined a complete reshoot of Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe, but for some reason Edmund is a giant minotaur, and I'm here for it.
That was quite the journey.
It was.
It was.
In an instant.
I enjoyed going along with you on that. So no need for traps?
No, but I suppose we could go ahead and
Okay.
place them if you feel better. I don't.
No, I just thought it would be really cool if I put like a giant dragon horn there and then, push the dragon onto it.
They, just because there won't be coming right away doesn't mean someone won't come eventually. You should go ahead and totally set that up.
I mean, there's a dead body outside that says that Mina's absolutely right.
Maybe we should do something with it. Should we drag it in here or bury it or something? So it's not so obvious.
You wanna? I mean, like just like a mound of snow on top of it.
I mean, in the desert, like dead things, they attract carrion, and then more things get attention to where they are. Maybe it's for the best.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we can drag it in here, but we can maybe like put some snow on it because we're not digging a hole in that ground unless we use magical means.
He looks very. He doubts your statement that we couldn't drag it in here.
Doubt.
We shouldn't drag it in here.
Okay, that's better. I can go do it. No, he'll go out and try bury the dragon, so it's not so obvious and won't attract so much attention. It's kind of like a really big game of that thing where the two minotaurs like kick sand at each other that we played a long time ago.
That was a good game.
That was a good game, but this is with snow and dragons.
Yeah, for sure. You're able to do that. Just give me a. I know it's sort of a formality at this point, but just give me a Constitution save for like doing snowy stuff and being in snow, and you know, Makoot's a desert boy, so.
That is a 14 plus 12 for 26.
Makoot has never been happier or more comfortable.
Just get carried away.
He is indeed. But you guys are able to prepare everything. The snow, dragon corpses, or the dragon corpse is covered in snow, and the ritual is finished. The runes are prepared. The egg is secured.
Now we go back to the dragons.
Now we can go back to the dragons.
Alright.
Bye, Declan.
I mean, I assume he'll be coming with us.
He'll be coming with.
Is he not looking after the egg still? Sorry. Okay.
I mean, if you think you want him to stay and protect it, he will. He is up to do whatever
I don't know.
you guys wish, because I ain't making those kind of decisions for Declan. So, yeah, if you want him to stay and protect the egg, that works very well.
I suppose he should come back with us, because if they want him to stay and protect the egg, if they want someone to protect the egg, they can find someone else to protect their own goddamn egg. It's enough that he took it here on his own. Not gonna lie. That's how I feel, at least.
Sure. Then
Sure.
If they want it protected, they could negotiate that when we get there, because that wasn't part of the deal.
okay. Then the four of you teleport, leaving behind the frigid wastes of the hinterlands, and find yourselves in the delightful tropical warmth of Kutanurai Island.
You'll get very wet as all of the snow gathered on us melts instantly.
Yeah, you do, but then you dry off equally quickly. And you guys trudge up the sort of mountainous path to find your way to the Kitanarai's main sort of, I guess villa is probably a more appropriate term than like palace or castle, like sitting overlooking the sea, and you find Rythi, Silpha, Kutanurai, and Nahasira all inside, all in their draconic forms, deep in thought and conversation, discussing what must be done. You can tell like Kutanurai and Nahasira are the sort of directors of the conversation. The two boys are just sort of, younger and weaker, so they're kind of just listening. Although Rythi is by far the biggest, taking up most of the room on his own. He's enormous. And little Silpha is just kind of curled in a corner. But it seems to be a good working relationship, and they all kind of turn around and like stick their giant dragon heads down towards you as you approach. And Nahasir says, "You have all done very well. We are glad to have you on our side."
Glad we could help.
It is coming at a bit of a personal cost ourselves, but if there is No world, there will be no Ashar to save. And Abrashmina kind of like looks to Nahasira. The elves are at it again, I suppose I should say.
How do you mean? Nahasira asks.
There was a bit of a peaceful protest, one might say, that has been responded with an iron fist in martial law and in general other atrocities. Death marches in the desert.
Nahasira lets out like a low growl, and you see like a plume of smoke rising from her nostrils. And Kutanara kind of like turns her angular face towards Nahasira. Says, patience, Naha. There are more important things to consider first. And Nahasira like nods, but you can tell she's a bit glum about the prospect.
Seed planted. Get a giant fuck off brass dragon on our side in the elf insurrection.
Just replace all the trust posters with one of a big fuck off dragon. That would work pretty damn well, I think.
So what exactly is the plan now?
We look at the dragons expectantly.
Yeah. Kitana says, well, our first job is to protect the egg and to keep the tablets away from whomever might wish to take them. They should be kept separate and safe. We have some ideas, but we assume you do too.
I mean, I really sat down and thought about it.
I mean, if that was the plan, we could have left them exactly where they were.
Oh, we needed to separate them, right?
Yeah, all of the tablets separate.
Do you have dealings with the underground peoples? They may be good.
I was going to say the dwarves.
Kitana.
Always first suggestion,
that's
dwarves. For anything, dwarves.
That is why you are our biggest
Dwarf
tactician.
correspondent. And Kitana, I will continue. I have had some dealings with the underwater tribes. They may be of some help to us. But beyond that, we wish to see the others in similarly safe places. Nahasiro and myself could take one each, but I think it is best they are kept away from our kind.
So you each take one and find a place for it, and then we'll take one or two and find a place for it? Or is there someone else that you have in mind? And I don't glance at the other two dragons.
I think the first idea was the best one. Silpha will kind of say in that whispery, quiet voice of his, you two take those and keep them away. Or you four take those and keep them away. Hide them somewhere none of us know.
You have no contacts with anyone that we may be able to hide this with.
Who is on the Frosthaven Council, Rob?
Yeah. I know of some
There's
individuals.
there's a wizard there that's practically immortal with his clones that can keep it safe for a very long time.
And
He
lock
even
it
has
behind a
another
gate.
library. He's got a library that he could hide the other one in.
Can't we just open that one gate down in like the basement and throw it in there?
Into the chaos planes. No one's gonna find him now.
No. It's the Mirakel dwarves.
The Microl.
Microl, yeah, Microl.
Yeah.
Dwarves, yeah.
Give them to give them to the Corrids.
Yes! Their time has come to rise! We're tired of all the squeezing!
Oh no, the Corrid Rebellion of 1874 or whatever year we're in.
Don't tread on me.
Don't squeeze me.
It's like there'll be no more squeezing for the Gemses. Oh man, I know a group of kobolds that would be great at playing keep away.
There's totally going to be a moment here where like we could start like trying to list places we could take the tablets, and then like you two both like shush him up before he reveals all the places to the dragons.
Yeah, Silver
Yeah.
will say that he knows some people.
That you
Oh.
trust?
With my life and the lives of everyone else I could ever know.
Then perhaps it is all right to allow Silpha to find the place for one.
The others all nod.
He doesn't feel comfortable.
He
Yeah,
doesn't
there he
have
is.
to, yeah.
I mean, we could have taken it, but just maybe send us a letter of introduction.
Perhaps it is best that no one knows the location of all 4 parts of the tablet. Silver will say.
There you go.
Maybe I should keep that information from you.
Right, we will be responsible for hiding the other 3, and Silpha will take this last one. He will only know the location of one. The rest of the dragons will know 0.
No.
They were going to give one to the
Hasira
water tribes.
and
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
the tribes. Okay.
So one to the
So-
water peeps,
and we're gonna give one
to
to
the dwarves, one with you guys, and one with Silver.
Okay. So we're just responsible for finding a hiding place for one then.
Correct.
Okay.
Sorry, who was it? So one to Silver, one to the dwarves, one to us, and one to who?
Kitanerai has contact with some underwater tribes. As she says.
The underwater tribes. Okay.
Merfolk or Tritons?
She said underwater tribes.
Ooh. I want to play a merfolk.
But yeah, it's Merfolk.
No, none of them are going to Shao Kun. We won't see them in the next campaign.
Well, there's a terror in Shao Kahn, apparently. Why would they want to take one of the tablets there?
Because there's 3
It's a big
terrors
place.
in Lament.
Okay.
it's gonna be less. A little bit. Couple weeks.
Don't you worry. Just give me a couple of days to commune their location and then we'll drop a nuke on them. I don't know. Sorry.
It's Makud. Makud's the nuke.
Mhm.
Mackie nukes.
I'm just remembering the the time that Keyleth turned into the Kidior, the meteor.
Yeah.
Just imagining doing that with Makud, where he's just.
I mean, I can make an earth elemental and myself.
The earth elementals just hugging and keeping you safe as you hurtle through the air.
They have a perfect synchronized swimming team.
Did Grog do that too?
No, he just face
Against
planted.
Kevdak. No, against Kevdak, he did
Yeah.
He got.
Oh yeah.
Vex sent him
Yeah,
out with
dropped.
the little thing to keep trinkets safe, and he felt drop attacked, most powerful attack of the game, etc. to Kevdak and killed him.
Knock
One of the
himself
coolest.
unconscious as he
How
did
do you
it.
want to do that?
Yeah. Anyways,
So
yeah.
one to Frosthaven that we don't know about. Yeah, we don't know about, but one to Frosthaven,
Yeah.
one to the underwater tribes,
Couldn't
one to the
possibly
dwarves, and
go
one to
past.
or Frosthaven / wherever Byron is currently holed up, wherever his safest place is.
The Atlantic
And
plane of belief.
one to
I mean,
us to
coconut.
find a hiding place.
The Coconut Island.
That's true. They technically have that key.
And we've doesn't have to be on this plane of existence, so we've established. Ooh, Abrashmina needs to look at her spells. Can she open up? She could gate something.
Oh, that's an idea. How many? We could put it in the pocket plane.
The beach thing.
No, the one where they had the anvil and stuff.
Oh, to Vaxus.
Yeah. Where
Do
we
we
found the
have-
anvil in the heart.
Do we have access? Oh, yeah, because we have the key to it now, don't we?
Yeah, but the thing is that we have. There's only so many, like, times we could use that left. So like we that I think we have like maybe like 3 uses of that dagger left.
Mm.
So, but that's good though because we could put it there and it's there.
Yeah, and then
Oh, so
like
no
the
one
only
else
way
can
to
get
get
in.
there. Well,
Yeah.
because plane shift, we could always get like something from there to plane to serve as an anchor to plane shift, maybe.
Possibly.
I mean, the tablet itself couldn't serve.
If I conjured a celestial or some other planar ally, could they take the tablet into the celestial plane for us? Take it into He Who Watches is
I could say no because they just disappear afterwards. It's not like they go through a portal. They materialize
true.
and then dematerialize.
If I use a gate, would that do?
A gate, I'll say sure. You can bung it in a gate.
I can orient a portal in any direction. Hold on. To a precise location on a different plane of existence. Deities and other planar rulers can prevent portals being created. I'm sure they won't. When you cast a spell,
Do we
you
want
can
someone
speak.
looking after it?
Yeah,
Instead
that's
of
what
just
I'm.
randomly putting it
So
in a plane.
I was thinking about using a gate, summoning Ramhiel, so that he could take it somewhere on the celestial plane. I mean, it seems a bit cheaty to be all like, hey, God, find me a good hiding spot for this. But it kind of seems like that's what, if, you're going to be a level 17 cleric, why not try and ask for big favors?
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Other thoughts I had, there was that, like, Minotaur sage person that we travelled to on the top of a mountain at one point.
Oh.
And there was also the Fey Prince that we helped out and kind of owes us a favour from killing.
Devonian.
That feels dangerous.
It is kind of dangerous, but if he takes it to the Feywild, then it might show up in campaign.
Why do we want it to show up in campaign 3 again?
Because we're stupid.
What is stupid?
It just seems like we have all the other pieces on this plane, and I don't know if that's more secure or safer or something, that the Graces can kind of genuinely protect them, because they won't be able to if it's somewhere else. But
yeah. I mean, the Minotaur Sage could be good. And it gives us a reason to see the Minotaurs again, and you can tell them all about, like, your dragon exploits, and we can have some more sand smoke and all that other fun stuff.
So many dragon
Um,
exploits.
I think the thing I'll just say is that whoever you give it to is ostensibly going to have to defend it against the dragon. So, if you give it to, say, a civilization of Minotaurs, it is very likely that that civilization of Minotaurs doesn't exist if the dragons try and hunt it down.
But if we give them a bag of it and they never take it out, then it never gets
Yeah, true.
spotted.
Just
Until one of them gets really curious and pulls it out, and then all the dragons come for them.
yeah, this is a civilization of people with Makud level intelligence.
Oh.
mean
I
why
think
are-
that's a bit like the sage is smarter, but okay.
Yeah, I'm playing.
So why aren't we throwing it into the dagger plane?
just because if we have to throw it into a plane, I would prefer, Abrashmina would prefer the celestial plane, where we know it can be guarded, rather than just bung it in a place that, you know, we may or, I mean, yeah, we might not ever be able to get to, but like there's also no with like plane shifting and stuff. If you know a place exists, there's a chance that you can end up there, and if with teleportation and plane shift mishaps and all that other fun stuff, there's a chance someone can end up there if they were trying to get to a place similar by accident. So I would prefer to have it in a plane somewhere guarded, just because, like, you attempt to plane shift and you get a mishap and you're trying to get inside, like, a vault somewhere. It could bung you in this vault on accident, and then there's like somebody who's found a dragon tablet. Like, it's a very low chance, but it could happen. 100 monkeys typing eventually write Shakespeare, that kind of thing. Whatever the saying
Yes,
is.
but then you have to find the other three.
True. But I'm just saying, like, if we have to bung it into a different place of existence, I would prefer to put it somewhere where it might be guarded.
Well, if we hadn't killed that one guy.
Yeah, he totally would have been.
Let's
Give
go
it to
catch a tiger, cat, demon, and throw him in there.
You're gonna get your Ricky Tikki Tavi one way or the other, aren't you?
Yes. So then let's do it the same plan, but celestial or whatever you were suggesting.
Okay.
Because I don't want to paint a target on the back of anybody that we've basically been friendly with.
Yeah, and
feels like a shit thing to do.
Well, we were going to give one to the dwarves on the dragon's advice, but basically nobody knows of the dwarves.
Yeah. Are we giving them to the dwarves ourselves, or are they giving it to a set of dwarves that we don't know about?
It's your dwarves and you're giving it to them.
Okay. I feel like only putting one civilization at risk is better than that Makud loves is better than all of the civilizations that Makud loves.
And if you want to get into it, one of a dragon's best strengths is the fact that it can fly, and if it's going to the underdog to get it. Oh, fuck it.
And
it's not like
underwater, I guess.
Also the dwarves who you've commissioned to create dragon killing weapons.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They actually seem like the perfect people.
Yeah. So, I won't be able to do it today, and it will cost one of my very expensive diamonds, but I can get it to the Endless Night tomorrow.
Well, indeed.
Cool. I guess we go rest and do that then.
I mean, I've already said
Yeah,
my
yeah,
piece.
yeah,
I
yeah.
presume that was you announcing it to the dragons. I guess not. But I think we agree.
I was trying to announce it to the DM.
Sorry, I
Just...
yeah, I had a little moment there. My apologies.
We could. One last thing is we could give it to Enthris on the ethereal plane, but just because
The
Enthris
ethereal,
is a badass. But
he is a badass, but the ethereal plane out of all of the planes is probably like the easiest to get to,
possibly.
unfortunately. Because there's like potions and there's very, very, very low level spells.
Fucking random ass Kopeshes.
Yep, random ass Kopeshes. And like, uh, some dragons can just do it. Like we've seen dragons flee to the ethereal plane. Feel like they could find it.
I mean, it depends if they could sense it on the same plane or not, or
True.
whatever. But
Okay.
who knows?
So I assume you don't tell the dragons where it is you're
No.
hiding it, and you just sort of go and do it.
Yeah.
pretty much.
Sure. So, do you want to describe then what it looks like when you gate in a planetar or whatever the plan is?
Well, it'll have to be tomorrow or whatever, but
Mhm.
yeah, so if we're doing all of that, Abrashbina will prepare the gate spell, and it requires a much, much larger diamond than like the first time that she created or summoned Ramiel into corporeal form. And so I kind of imagine it's kind of like she's like holding like, this massive 5,000 GP worth gem.
Yeah.
And it like little bits of it break off like during like the course of the spell and like form like a celestial stargate type of portal. And it's like whenever she summons her wings and like there's the weird aurora borealis like night effect whenever she's flying, as like the portal opens and like Ramiel is just like standing expectantly on like the other side, and we'll hand the tablet piece over to him because it's a one-way portal and she's making it go that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he won't be able to step in.
Yeah. And the portal fades with the tablet now gone from this plane. And I guess technically, when you give it to the dwarves, it'll also not be in this plane. So there's that. But I think the best way to sort of use the remainder of this session is like informing me of, aside from the like plans you have for the tablets and stuff, what else are you wanting to do in preparation and anticipation of the next couple of sessions?
What do we expect to be happening in the next couple of sessions?
Well, from
It's
a
like,
character perspective, you've been told that it is not long before the terrors arrive to.
where are they supposed to be coming? Like Kitchenerai's Island, or are they going to be coming to Ashar?
You're not sure. Kitanarai is staying to defend her island, and Nahasira is going back to Ashar to defend her home in case that is where they go, searching for the Black Heart Stone. And so, it could be really either of those places.
Well, we're going to the dwarves, and Makut has had them working on dragon killing weapons.
Mm-hmm.
So I suppose we would be gathering some of those.
They were making like ballistery type things, I think. I was going to say it's going to be a funny scene when we all bamf into the conference room, like yet again on top of the table, and then go find, I can't remember his name, And then just go, here, this dragon tablet is the most precious thing you may ever see. And dragons may come and try and kill you all for it. But, you hold on to this, please. How about those ballistas now?
Yeah. Hey, dwarfs. Ballista times? The, dwarves. There is Bunto the smith, Huron the healer, Damaro is the elder.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
He's your buddy. Yeah. So you guys appear in the dwarven enclave, I guess, and you find Damaro pretty quickly. He is still as old and beardy as ever, still kind of squat and stone-coloured, but his face breaks into a big crinkly smile when he catches sight of you guys, particularly Makud. And he kind of hurries over and pats your arm with like a big meaty hand. He says, "Makud, it is so good to see you, and Bryn and Mina. What have you all been up to? It has been some time. We have much to show you."
I imagine Makud may have had the wherewithal to prepare his dwarven belt before going to them, so he can speak Dwarvish where it is needed. And unless the other two stop him, he's just going to like break into a big long regaling like he did with Declan of all the best bits.
No, Abrashmina is happy to hear Makud tell the stories.
So I will basically tell him the majority of everything, probably with various parts forgotten or details forgotten, but all the cool bits are in there. Fighting dragons and killing them on the ethereal plane, and lots of dragon councils, and going to places that are very cold, and
Demon fighting. Don't forget the demon fighting.
and the demon arc, and the collector queen. But he does not mention the kitchens.
Nobody talks about the kitchens.
The dwarves, like Damaro and the others that sort of gather when hearing you guys are back in town, are like all enthralled by the story and very much enjoy it. And you see like a lot of them are kind of muttering amongst themselves and fascinated by the things you've done. And then Damaro kind of stands and claps his hands together. He says, "Well."
He would also make sure that like Varak is featured in places where it got killed and stuff like that, celebrated.
For sure.
But yes.
Yeah, they love that. And yeah, they will finally take you and show you the dragon killing weapons they've been working on. There are 8 of them in total, 2 types. There are these huge dragon killing ballista that are designed to fire these like obsidian stone looking arrows that the dwarves have tested on some purple wormhide and appear to be able to pierce it. These like huge ballista are like crossbows one way, like horizontally, and then crossbows like vertically. So there's like 2 strings and 4 bits that pull back to fire a bolt from the center. I think they have ones like that in The Hobbit. It's very over the top, very rad. And then the other thing are these kind of small, sort of what appear to be like bottles of potions, but allegedly, when thrown and the glass breaks and when they're exposed to air, the bottles will create a tremendous explosion that is pretty much big enough to put several large craters in the surface of the Earth.
Is there 4 of each, or?
Yeah, 4 of each.
Okay.
I vote we give the potions to the Dexy monk that can throw things good.
Sure. If you don't want to spread them around a little bit, then for when you get swallowed, just smash, boom!
Oh no, that would blow me up too, Dan. That's the problem.
Yeah.
What are you willing to
We
do to
could have
save the
think that far
day?
Not blow myself up on the inside of a dragon.
Well, then I know who's I'm not standing with.
Yeah, but no, really, it's because Abrashmina, like, while she has a decent dex, I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't want to waste one of those on her measly +9.
Plus her tiny
Oh,
arms could
okay.
probably
I
throw
mean-
about 3 meters.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a decent dex.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Madara and
Nice.
Bryn?
Yeah. Yeah, Madara and Bryn, definitely. Definitely.
I'm...
Definitely, Madara and Bryn. Because you know that Jake wants to make dragons explode.
I do think thrown weapons, depending on what they are, like might be good with strength characters, but apart from that,
Oh, yeah?
If you want them, have them. I don't care.
I have plenty of things to hit dragons with, including
Exactly.
potentially dragon killing horns, so I don't have a problem, just as long as Rob doesn't rule them. Like thrown weapons can be strength, depending, but
These are
not
strength
strength?
or dex.
okay, cool.
They're finesse thrown weapons.
Nice. And I suppose we would tell the dwarves about our urgent need to find some weapon beneath Irmine,
Yeah.
if that's something that they can manage.
They will offer to
You know, we start that.
send some diggers to help find it.
So I will absolutely, like, I don't know if the others will, but I would definitely tell Damaro, like, they have no idea what form that weapon takes, but they've heard it can destroy cities or larger, and that they should be extremely careful.
Potential to wipe Ashar and Pot of Itresh from the map. So big bada boom.
They seem excited.
Maybe it's more
Suddenly
of like
regret
whatever the
telling them about it.
concoction. Maybe it's like just a concentrated like version of whatever liquid they just gave us. It's like a wellspring of it or something. Or it's like, something alive and they're going to be in big trouble when they find it.
And I'm guessing a smarter person than Maku tries to like align the maps up so they have a general idea where to go for Irmine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then do they have someone that they can send that could send messages to Mina? Because we don't have a sending stone. We could give them our sending stone, but we would have to go recover the other half from Shirat. But we could do that. So if that's something they
do have a wizard.
Okay.
His name is.
I fought him in the thing, didn't I?
You did.
Didn't I fight a wizard?
You did. He fucked himself.
Yeah. Because Rob hasn't learned his lesson about summoning creatures.
Ergen is the wizard.
Okay. Abrashmina gives
Bergen or Hergen?
Urgen.
Okay, just Ergen. Okay.
Albertine gives him a respectful nod.
He scowls at you, but agrees to help.
And I guess we also mention the tablet because it hasn't come up. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you mentioned it to them.
no, I just told them stories. That technically is all we did. Tablets could
Apologies.
be included,
Yeah.
but so Makudo will say something along the lines of, I know we have come to rely on you a lot for keeping the things that we feel the most about, but I have to ask it of you again. And he will maybe give them the tablet, but in a bag of holding.
Yeah.
And maybe he can move whatever else he has into Mina's or Bryn's or something.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow.
Because it's not a good idea to have this out. He would say, like, in here is something that would make a dragon very, very powerful, and they can smell it. They can sense it when it is on the same plane as them, so it must never be taken out of the bag, lest you risk everything you have built here.
Yeah.
But also they should have a hard time flying down here, because you know you're underground, so...
Yeah, Damara will say, just remind you that if it weren't for you guys, then none of this would even exist, most likely. And so he is very happy to help you in whichever way you need, and will offer to put the tablet in the deepest, most hidden vault they have.
Sounds good to me.
And you guys are maybe have a nice feast with the dwarves and finish up. Return to Ashar. Is that the plan?
Yeah, so that Makud can get his horns of dragon slaying.
So
Can I also get a replacement bag of holding?
Yeah.
Cool.
How much is bag of holding? I can look it up.
It's an uncommon.
It's only like an uncommon, so it's only like 1,000 or something or more. But
Couple hundred, I think.
Yeah, 500 to 1,000.
I have a sheet that will calculate it in an average basis for me.
Well, you gotta remember the city's under lockdown, so it's probably gonna be harder to get things.
Yeah, it's true.
But also, I'm the champion. I get discount.
I am champion. I have discount.
This is with your discount.
Bag of devouring.
No,
the other one. The other one.
Yeah, 200 gold is the average. We'll say 250, just because it's a little harder to get.
Oh wow.
So if you pay 5,250, you get a fresh bag and the horns can be completed in a couple days.
Okay. I have like 30,000 gold on my character, not to say of the stuff we have in the bank. It's actually 29,350, so...
Yeah, you've got more money.
Yeah.
More money than me.
I have a shit ton of gold.
I have 18,000 gold. I'm pretty sure that if we had encumbrance rules on, Mina would not be able to carry herself along with the amount
Max
of
holding a 4.
She won't be able to carry a fucking silk robe.
Her carrying capacity is 105 pounds, which is not that much. And according to D&D Beyond, she's currently at 141, and I'm pretty sure most of that is gold.
Mm-hmm.
D&D Beyond shouldn't unless you tick it, it doesn't factor in.
No,
gold into
it still tells you. Yeah, she's marked as unencumbered, but it still tells you how much you're carrying.
But I thought.
But of course,
had a-
I do have like a bunch of like armors in her inventory that we've found, but she's not currently using. She's not actually carrying them with her. I just have them still in her inventory to remind myself that they are options.
Hmm. Yeah. But yeah, is there anything else you guys would like to complete this session? This next session, maybe a big one.
Any chance to find any kind of potions of healing, any of that kind of stuff, any healing stuff?
Yeah, Qual can hook you up for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't seen Qual since the lockdown started, so I guess we like wait for night and go and see him.
So he, you sent him to be with the Six Eyes for a bit to protect him because
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah,
guys
yeah,
fucked
yeah,
up a
yeah.
guard, so he's still with them.
Oh,
He's
okay.
with them during lockdown.
He's with them and his girlfriend.
Girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
That's inappropriate.
You're inappropriate.
That's beside the point.
Yeah. We go talk to them in the Six Eyes then.
Yeah. So Qual can offer you 4 potions of superior healing. Or supreme healing, sorry.
How much does he need for it?
Those are good ones.
Mm-hmm.
Supreme, he will give you them at cost, because you did him a solid. So it's going to be 5,000 gold per.
Each of us pay for one?
Sure.
Sure.
Does someone want 2? The fourth one?
I can pay for 2 easily.
Okay.
Yeah.
5,000, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Does he have any potions of flying? Or greater invisibility or invisibility or anything like that?
Potions of flying, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
No potions of flying.
Okay.
He does have 1 potion of invulnerability, though.
How much is that?
Yeah.
That's 3,000.
I'm gonna give Madar one of the supreme healings if that's cool. That I bought.
Good idea. If you didn't want to pick up the 4th one, I was going to pick it up for Eli. So I'm glad that you guys have it. The potion of invulnerability. We should definitely pick.
I can get it.
Who wants it? Huh?
I could get it and be resistant to everything. And for a minute, and they would have a very hard time in taking me down.
Okay.
But
that's very true.
Unless you wanted it on one of you to keep you guys up, because I have some resistances.
It might be good on. It could be good. It could be good on everybody.
Yeah.
Because she's the healer. Keep it on Bryn because she's dealing out the spells left and right. Keep it on Madar so that she. Don't think she has as many hit points as everybody else. I don't know what her
she's been
hit point.
rocking about average on her rolls.
She's
so
been
she's
what?
at
I'm sorry.
144. She's been rocking average on her rolls.
Yeah, Abershmin is at 147. So like I think either Abershmin Madar because she's usually up in it getting. That would be my vote.
I don't know, man, because Ku tends to tank a lot of that damage.
Sorry, I'm lagging a little bit.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
I just heard you go, and then like everybody cut out. So
We didn't really get much of what you said, or I didn't.
I'm not sure.
You keep
I have no
coming
idea
in
what's
and
going
out.
on. I think that's what she's trying to say.
Yeah, but like it makes it difficult for us to discuss
Yeah.
what we were doing. But yeah,
So my vote is for Makud to have and be resistant to just about everything.
it's a thing. So it
Well-
would make Macoon insane, but it would help everybody. So we should pick it up. Someone want to buy it? Do you want me to buy it and have it,
How
or do you
much
want
does it
someone
cost
else to
again?
have it? 3K.
The cost line?
That much.
No, I mean, I can pay for it if you need me to.
No, not at all. I just whoever is going to have it mention, but
Okay. Does he have any other fun potions?
No, he's been a bit limited in what he can do.
Okay.
I'll pick it up.
Okay.
For shits and giggles, while we're in a shard, Zappershmeen is going to cast Locate Object and try to locate the Veil of Veil.
Where are you when you do this?
It's 1,000 feet, and she would do it. If we teleported straight to the Six Eyes, which I think we did, that's where she would be.
Okay, in the Six Eyes. Right.
Because we haven't said we were anywhere else. Maybe Thales, because we've gone to Thales. In Thales, right before going to the Six Eyes. There we go.
Sure. In that case, you do not find it.
Okay. So it's not within 1,000 feet of the Shelf Badi, and it's not within 1,000 feet of the Six Eyes hideout. Only 98% of a shard to go, guys. It's a big fucking city.
You are nowhere near, I'm afraid.
Yeah. If we go back to the Mirage, which I'm not sure we will, she'll probably cast it again there. But for now, shits and giggles, it was worth a shot. Am I right?
Sure.
Why not?
Yeah.
Just brute force your way through a show.
I mean, how you guys were supposed to find the nimble right? We're just supposed to like follow right after it. God damn it. Okay. Hold on.
I mean, I tried to subvert that.
You're fine. I mean, you guys were meant to find the nimble right, obviously. And you're also not supposed to try to help it. It's past beyond help. But anyways, that's another campaign we don't need to talk about in Ram's campaign.
Hit it with a stick.
Hit it with a stick. Is there anything else we need to do? We've got potions. We don't have access. Yeah, we don't have any access to any additional magical items, I don't think. Unless Alluri has like any cool scrolls that she's got tooling around that might be useful in a dragon fight.
Nothing in particular.
Okay.
She's
do we feel
really
like
been
this
working
is?
on scrolls.
She's what?
She's not really been working on scrolls.
Okay. And in regards to like our idea of when things are going down. Like we don't know, so there's no point in trying to try and Heroes Feast, is there?
Yeah, you're not sure of the day. You just know it's in the next few days. So it might be that you just do a
Okay.
Heroes Feast every night if you can afford it.
I was
I'm
gonna
afraid
say, is there a way
I
that
don't
we
think
can?
I don't think we have. Sorry,
Um,
Jade. What were you gonna say?
We can get the bowls. We just have to we have to have access to them.
Yeah, and like I think Abershmina has been routinely buying out the Six Eyes supply of bowls
Mm-hmm.
whenever she could. That's why she doesn't have a whole lot of money right now. And I think we have let me look at gem encrusted bowl. She's got 3 bowls.
Oh, damn.
Like how many do we have access to? I can buy a couple of bowls if we need to make sure that we have.
Does our gender fluid thief friend have any more bowls? Seeing Abershmina's all like, hey man, I really need a fancy salad bowl. Do you have any?
I need
They
my bowls, man. I need my bowls.
they have 4 bowls.
Oh boy.
Okay, we'll take all 4 of them then.
Oh boy, she like scratches her arm.
Oh boy, you got any more of them bowls? instead of like, you know, the white powder, it's a bunch of like ruby and diamond dust on her upper lip.
So, 1,000 gold each.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, gold each. So we now have 7.
That
Yeah.
maths checks out.
Okay. Sorry, I'm asking so that I can update
Of
my.
course.
Okay.
Everyone can have very fancy dinners out of jewel encrusted bowls now in the group.
Then Abrashmina will cast Hero's Feast because she's been sitting on that spell for like ages. So she'll cast Hero's Feast, and so if we have any dragon nastiness happen, the next day, it will be only 5 temp HP, but or 5 to your hit point max. Sorry.
Alright.
And then all of the other goodies that go along with Hero's Feast, the no fear,
Which is the one
resistance
that's really
to
important.
and advantage on wisdom saves and immunity to poison.
I think so, yeah.
And disease, is it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm double checking. All diseases and poison. You're cured of all diseases and poison. You become immune to poison. And being frightened, and all wisdom saving throws are made with advantage. Yeah. So
we become very sober after eating a hero's feast
Hmm.
because it kills poison.
Yes.
from that dwarf feast that we had earlier in the same day.
And yeah, so it can be up to 10 people, I think. 12, up to 12. So in addition to the 4 of us, because I think Declan is still technically with us because the dragons didn't claim him.
Yeah, no, he's with you, yeah.
And then Eli and the Madar, we've got room for 5 more. Maya, Saul, Sharat, Illyri, and Siggy.
Not the bartender who's been giving us fabulous drinks.
Oh,
I am
tough call.
being practical.
Or my family.
You're okay, fine. Then Holly, Kaya. Then we've got room for 3 more. So Sharad, Siggy, and Illyri. just on the off chance that anyone tries to scry on them, they will have advantage on their wisdom saving throws.
Sure.
Right, something like that. Although I think Alluri's probably set everybody up with like a Nistil's magic aura, so they can't be scryed on. So, because Declan has done that shit. She's probably all like, you know what? That's a good idea. Everyone's gonna have that in the 6 eyes. I'm just looking for my spells. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head.
I would definitely finish the book if there was any quibbling about it. I guess we've got time for him to finish.
You finish that motherfucker.
Um,
You read it twice, bitch.
Yeah, let's unprepare that because it's not gonna come into effect.
Well, if you think of anything else you wish to do, you can let me know.
For sure.
Okay.
But I think we'll go ahead and end there because I've got a big old dragon fight to prep.
Yay!
Dragon War.